So, let's start with Davrin. I'm gonna ease off on the flirting. What's up here? Nothing. There's nothing up here.
Davrin? Davrin, about Weishaupt. Just wanted to make sure you're okay after,
I wouldn't say that, no. That's Renaud. Malmont. Anya. We used to argue. Who would be the one to take an archdemon down? Who'd die so that others could live? Not sure any of us believed it'd actually happen.
When the moment came, you did the Wardens proud.
Did I? Because I'm still here. They're not.
No, reassure him. Actually, wait, I don't know which one's more reassuring. I'm glad you are, or they were heroes. I'm glad you are feels a little dismissive of the lives of others, I guess. They were heroes, a little bit too cliche.
There's no getting them back, but at least they died heroes.
And I should have joined them. A Grey Warden kills an archdemon, they're supposed to die.
Who knows what happened? Maybe the gods changed things and the old rules don't apply.
So I guess it's public knowledge.
Why is being
that...
alive a problem?
Because I didn't expect to be here. Grey Wardens have an expiration. It pushed me.
There's more fight to go.
And if we manage to pull that off?
You'll do what you do best. Hunt monsters.
Plenty of people can do that. I'm talking purpose. I feel like a blade sharpened all these years to confront the worst darkness in the world. And my blade struck true at Weishaupt. What now?
Well,
You're acting like there isn't also Elgernon's dragon.
The darkness.
Yeah?
Did we forget there's another one?
That will require a lot more gingerwort truffles.
Hey, there are worse
I kind of
jobs than
wish
being
he
a professional
was.
truffle
He
hunter.
stayed angry.
Don't start.
I want the conflict to
He seems to like the idea.
at least
Guess we're
persist
stuck
a
with
little
each
bit.
other, boy. No getting rid of me now. Someday I might actually know what that means.
While you sort that out, maybe you and Lucanus can try to bury the hatchet.
Yeah,
He had a rough time of it too.
I know. That was an incredible shot he took at Gillinane.
Then tell him that. Because fighting each other won't help us defeat the gods.
But we've got help. The Wardens, Shadow Dragons, Crows, Veil Jumpers, we're all in this together.
Honestly,
We
what
are,
the hell
but they've all got their
are
own
the Shadow
problems.
Dragons and Crows
If
gonna
we
do?
want their help, we have to help them first.
Is that a plan I hear forming?
I think it could be.
Like, Shadow Dragons are basically just
Thanks,
a group of
Davrin.
rebels, are they not? It'd be like asking some random guerrilla group to help deal with this. Like, the only person of note related to the Shadow Dragons is Dorian, right? That I can think of. And then the Crows, they're just guys with knives. The only reason we have Lucanus is because he's possessed. If it weren't for that, he wouldn't be around. I have anything else to change this to? Ooh.
Oh, hi, Brooke. Can I ask you a question? Actually, never mind. Don't worry about it.
Okay, you're several lines ahead of me here. Let's start with me saying, "Hi, Bellara."
Right. Okay. It's just, the elf thing.
What, we're spirits?
We're fighting our gods.
Oh, never mind.
Our gods. It feels a little surreal, and I know surreal.
Yeah, it's an adjustment. Whole lot of elven customs are feeling kind of weird right now.
I'm worried about our people. Or more like how other people see us. Maybe people don't trust us. Maybe they shouldn't.
I mean, they have no reason not to trust us at the moment. It's not like they know. Also, a little bit of a side tangent. I wish there could be a little bit of nuance to my elven character's background. Because at the moment, I mean, like, obviously, this character specifically, I wanted him to be Dalish. But imagine if I wanted him to be like a city elf. I can't do that. It's like a city elf that's very disconnected from the culture of elves. But I can't do that. And I guess this isn't the game where that particularly matters. But it's like a role-playing game. And it's kind of hard for me to care when I can't roleplay.
Our gods aren't us. We can't judge people by their rulers, especially if those rulers are tyrants. Elves haven't been like that for centuries.
That feels too easy. Like we're not taking responsibility.
Take responsibility for
know.
what?
I feel guilty. Anytime I think about it, really.
So who's that helping?
Who's what helping?
Feeling guilty.
Well, no one, I guess, but then what should I do?
I don't know. But you're kind and compassionate, and that matters. It makes a difference.
Rook, that means a lot. Thank you. But is it really that easy? Does kindness make up for it? What our people did, I mean?
The Evanuris did those things, and they did them to our people.
Yeah. It's hard. All of it's hard. But I feel better. A little bit, anyways. Thanks for talking to me and listening to me.
I'm no bard, but I can talk. Glad it helped.
Well, you're good at it. See you later, Rook.
What I would like, and I'm not sure if this game does it, probably not. And I don't think any game really does it. What I would like is that if you were in a bit of a rivalry with your companion, any flirting is kind of brushed off. No game really does that, I don't think. It's like, especially if you don't, well, obviously, like, even if you found someone physically attractive, if you, like, absolutely abhor them, like, personality-wise, or just your history with them, any amount of flirting, I can't imagine would bring things back. Okay, let's talk to Lucanus.
Lucanus, are you in here brooding?
I'm fine.
That's not a no.
I had her. She should have never gotten away from me. This was our contract, Rook. I don't fail my contracts.
One thing I have noticed is, again, another side tangent. The facial expressions, obviously the facial capture is a lot better in Veilguard, and I don't even think they ever did it in Origins. It was probably all hand animated. But, like, their emotions here. Lucanus does not look distraught. But if you, like, talking to, like, Alistar, whenever he was feeling sad, you could see it in the face. You could see the emotion. And I guess that was the benefit of having hand animated faces. that they were able to push the expressions a little more so that they came through a lot better. While in like Veilguard and I guess a lot of modern games, it's all procedural, I guess, or motion captured, and maybe the motion capture doesn't capture it as well as you'd hope. I'm not sure. It's been a while.
Forget about Gillenane.
That's why I'm here.
I know, but I'm just happy you didn't get killed out there.
You shouldn't go easy on me. Mistakes get people killed.
You're an assassin. So do successes.
I thought I still had this. Whatever else I am, I'm a professional. After the ossuary, I thought at least I could still take out a target. I need to work.
I guess, I don't know, make him realize the situation. Like, you are a successful assassin, but you're up against...
Gillenane was a giant
gods.
face in the clouds, Lucanus. I asked you to stab a cloud.
And I missed the damn cloud.
My point is, that was impossible, and you still almost did it. That's not small.
I was distracted. That cannot happen again. I need to get my head on straight.
Whatever you need to do.
Have you been to talk to the others? Davrin, especially. I think everyone might have things to deal with now. I should check in with the crows. Whatever the word is, I'll let you know. There's nothing like work to focus the mind.
And even lemon time. Lucanus, I feel we got off to a bad start. Hey, I didn't trust you. I know you don't hold it against me, but we're in this together. I can tell you don't always feel like you belong, and I should have made you feel more welcome. I was thinking a plant might be nice, but your room has no light. I could find something that doesn't need light. Or there's room in my garden if there's something you want to plant. The ossuary didn't have much greenery, and I'm happy to share. Harding. The apology is unnecessary, and there's no need to trouble yourself. My room is fine, and your garden is your own. However, if you'd like a suggestion, there's an even lemon thyme that would be nice to have fresh. It says bad start, but I can't remember any negative interaction between her and Lucanus. Like, not really. Distrust, maybe, but not something that's like worthy of an apology, no. Hello, Nev. After a
Nev,
very long
that
time, we're
coffee in
finally
the
talking.
kitchen.
Or not.
You made it?
Keen eye.
Did you boil it? If so, why?
I'm not picky. I got a cup and it does the job. That's all I ask.
I don't know where to go with this.
Coffee seems questionable.
Do you even know what you're drinking?
It's not entirely a liquid now.
It's an adventure.
What the
So, what's the coffee for?
What isn't it for? The Venatori used the dragon attack for a power grab. Now they treat Docktown like their personal playground. I've heard more cries for help than I can count. And now the Threads have reached out.
The Minrathus crime syndicate.
Smuggling, extortion, protection rackets. The Threads do it all. They stay out of slavery and they hate Venatori. Enough to keep picking fights. My contact in the Threads, Alec, wants to talk. He doesn't reach out for nothing.
If you need backup, I'm happy to help.
I don't expect you to show up for Docktown, Rook.
But I will. Really.
If you need more coffee, I'll make it.
Well now, is that sweet or trying to save me from myself?
Let's call it both.
You're right to doubt if I'm gonna show up, because if I have to choose between you and something else, I am not choosing you. I just didn't know what else to say. I guess offer my condolences, but I don't usually like doing that because it's not really a solution.
Hey, Harding.
Oh, Rook, hi. Is there something you need?
Thought you might want someone to talk to.
Oh, Rook. That's sweet. I'm fine. Really.
Really? Okay. Well, we're all here if you...
Never mind. I can't lie. I feel awful.
It's Solus's memory, isn't it?
They stole Titan blood to walk the world like humans. And when the Titans didn't like that, they just took their spirits. Should I be angry or sad? Why aren't I angrier? It's a lot to handle.
There's really no right way to feel. You've been through a lot.
You're right. Maybe I just need time. And a snack. It's strange. I don't hate Solus for this, even though a part of me thinks I should. I don't even want revenge. Revenge won't bring the Titans back. It can't erase what happened. And the Inquisitor thinks Solus can be saved. And I want to try. But I just want to talk. As equals. I wonder if he's even capable. Solus was always distant. Guess it's hard to react when a magic rock's talking at you.
Did he know
Anyway.
then?
Thanks for checking on me.
I'm curious
I'll be alright.
if they
I
ever
know.
got this far
You're Lace Harding, child of Titans.
with Harding's
You
like
can handle anything.
backstory in Inquisition. I'm guessing not.
Oh, shut up.
Or maybe around Descent. That was like in the making, but I don't know. If we're gonna assume that they thought this far ahead with Harding and Inquisition, and I'm curious if Solus could tell that she had like Titan blood or whatever. Don't really have anything to talk to Emmerich to. Let me go see. Is Emmerich up here? Yes. Anything to say?
There's some very interesting valences in the ether today.
I wish his armor or his robes had more neutral colors like white and gray, but it's just freaking purple, green, like the Riddler or the Joker. It's a little stupid.
Hey, am I interrupting?
Done in a sec. Morning ritual. The Darsam.
Those are the ropes people who follow the queue.
Does Taash
We bind
normally
ourselves
have
to
makeup?
remember who we are. Tie down the stuff that's too dangerous to leave loose. My mother made me do it every morning before breakfast. I had big fingers. Used to take me forever. Avatash. Shocker Toebra. Only a beast is confounded by knots. A girl masters herself and the Darsam.
Looks like you got him under control eventually.
Yeah. Rook, Taash, glad I caught you both. The Grey Wardens found a cave that one of the Blighted Dragons uses as its lair.
Where?
In the Hussberg wetlands. There's no sign of the dragon itself, though.
I should check it out. We need to know how different the Blighted Dragons really are. They might turn into something like Gillenane's Archdemon did. If there's a clue, I have to be ready.
I wish the other ones would transform. Like the Revenant Dragon didn't. And just changed elements. There's some. I wanted to read that. Okay, so I walked in here to talk to Taash, but all I got was Harding giving me a quest. So at the moment, I have two main quests: talk to Solus and give Davern time to track down information, and return to Docktown. And then I have this. Check on Lavendel. I guess I can do these because I have two quests in the Hosberg wetlands. An improved blight. The blight was active during our slumber. It can alter living creatures, but its shapes are crude. Wasteful. Elganon has requested vassals worthy of a god. Thickening the Darkspawn's bones and quickening their ichor was trivial. Other alterations are underway. Pools of blight are easily coaxed to produce Darkspawn repeatedly. Some of their properties change without prompting. Their flesh is surprisingly malleable, vital, eager. It used to require greater effort to shape the blight. Did we accumulate more of it in our lives as we slept? Investigate later. Is this Gillinan? Does she not know what she looks like, or did she craft on extra bits before getting blighted?
Are you alright?
How are you two holding up?
After Weiss out, people are injured, grieving. As are we.
We haven't given up. There's just a lot to deal with.
This has French. I'm not reading anymore.
I keep seeing Weiss out. The wardens.
He was a scrawny thing, the last left in his litter. Men swore he was descended from the heroic Mabari of Ostagar, the fearless dogs who saw the fifth blight. But I couldn't have a dog. After that loss in the deep roads, what was left of my life was something I'd faced alone. That night, there was a fire. I hauled buckets with the rest of the villagers and we doused the flames. I found that scrawny puppy. I couldn't find a man anywhere. I tried to shoot the pup, but 2 days out of the village, and he came tumbling into my camp. I called him Ostagar, and said he could stay, for now. I meant to find him a place to stay, a farm, a quiet village, maybe some noble's villa. But Ostagar never wanted to remain behind. For now, turned into months, then a year, and I couldn't imagine life without him. I thought it would only be in Weishaupt a week. Then came the Darkspawn army, Archdemon, that god. Ostagar and I ran through the falling towers and clawed our way through the horde. Then for the first time in years, Ostagar wasn't at my side. I was alone. When the wall collapsed and smoke filled the room, I pictured Ostagar running. Maybe he'd gotten away. He'd escape from Weishaupt and find that farm I should have left him on in the first place. If I was alone, it'd be okay if Ostagar was safe. After Darkspawn snarled and fall silent, I was dragged from the wreckage, though I wasn't sure I wanted to be. And Ostagar was there, wagging his tail. Evka and Antoine told me there's trouble all over Thedas. They asked if I'd go to Ferelden and send reports. I'll show Ostagar the runes he's named for. I don't know if he's related to those fifth Blight Mabari, but to me, he's the best of them. I hope to God we're not actually fighting the dragon now. Exploring a dragon's cave yields some new information for Taash.
Taash, what are you doing?
She's not in her lair. I was ready. I could have fought her.
Taash.
Doesn't matter. I can still look for clues. See if she'll turn into a monster like Gillinane's archdemon did. I have to figure this out. I'm a dragon slayer.
Why? Did I miss something? Like, why is she? Why is Taash so upset right now?
You are, but you don't have to do this alone.
I don't need help!
But we need you, all right? We cannot beat the gods without a dragon slayer.
Wait, look at that.
Ropes.
Kunari ropes. The Antam. They're the ones who've been blighting the dragons for the gods. Those fucking ropes. They tie her down with these ropes so they can blight her. They turn her into something blighted and ugly and wrong. Some she was never supposed to be. Chakra Toebra. I've got to be ready to fight her. I'm a dragon slayer.
Taash.
I'm a crappy Kunari. I'm not really Ravani. I'm no good as a daughter. I'm not even... I can't even be a woman right. I have to be a dragon slayer.
Okay, so I assume that's what it was about. It's just that in the other dialogue, Taash wasn't. I don't remember what happened. What were you even talking about? Taash was just doing some ritual. I guess I just missed the underlying context of it. I'm not sure.
You're a good dragon slayer, Taash. You're also a good warrior, a good lord of fortune, and a good member of this team. We need you if we're gonna stop the gods. And you need to believe in yourself. So tell me what's really going on.
My mother put these ropes on me. She tied me up.
The fuck?
Why did she do that?
What?
Is it because I didn't fit as a woman? Is it why I don't fit as a woman?
Oh, Taash.
The Shadow Dragons say there are people who use they instead of he or she. They're not men or women. And I like how it feels when I imagine myself that way. But... I'm not supposed to breathe fire. Am I not supposed to feel like this? What does she want me to be?
What do you want to be? Your mother brought you to Ravine for a better life.
I know.
So live it. Be who you are. Don't tie yourself down for someone else's fear.
I want to be... No. I am Ravani.
I'd prefer neither of
daughter
these
my mother
options,
wanted.
but
That Taash, she was never really me.
Who is the real Taash?
Forcing Taash.
She is... They are... not a woman. Or a man.
Forcing Taash to
The
follow
Shadow
the
Dragons had some fancy
wishes
terms.
of their mother.
Using
not what I
they,
want.
and knowing that, it feels... good.
Sounds like a good start.
Thanks. Come on, let's get out of here.
Sounds good.
Can you level up, please? Okay, I'll go to Arlington Forest for now. Was this always here? I don't
What do
think
we
so.
have here? What happened here?
Something attacked.
Let's look around. See what we find.
I'm growing corruption.
Trouble coming. Laura. Excellent form, Rook. Good work, everyone.
Okay, so without these waypoints, like, I mean, I get that it's probably designed all around the waypoints, but without them, like, there's no reasonable
Better be ready.
connection between any of these points. Like, if I played without waypoints, I just have to be wandering around until I find something.
A body here. Something attacked them. Whatever it was, it went that way.
What way? How would you know that? There's nothing leading over here. It's not even like a trail of blight. I mean, like, there's these red patches on the ground. But, like, you'd have to get to the next one to even know it led there. It's not like this is pointing to it. Like, without the waypoint, where is it? It was right here, wasn't it? Okay. Well, I think the patch of blight was like around here. It's not like you don't see it leading off in that direction or here. I just have to choose a direction, and hopefully it's right. Like, if I wasn't playing with waypoints. I don't want to, because they're so persistent and annoying.
And another body. Whatever did this was on a rampage.
Why am I going back this way? Like, what the fuck even... the fuck is even leading me here? Is it the blood? Because the trail isn't consistent.
Trouble nearby.
Blighted mare? You?
Can talk?
It's the mayor from the He's blinded.
I guess wolves didn't get him after all. Let's finish the job.
That was that's room for you.
Okay, we keep spawning until I hit that.
He's down.
Good riddance. One less horror in the world.
To be fair, we made him. I mean, not really. I mean, I wish I could have just chose to kill him myself, but guess not.
Blaze, you grew up among humans, right? Do you believe in the Maker?
Come to think of it, I don't know anymore. But I don't think an indifferent god is better than an evil one.
I guess eventually I light this and that makes a bridge. Okay, there's nothing else in Arlington. Let's go to the halls.
Farewell.
Okay. You, what do you want?
This haunting, to our chagrin, was once one of our own Fade explorers.
He delved where he should not. Midnight brings music from the depths.
I'm unsure, my friend. Any other might hear it.
Oh yeah, I forgot there's a hawk thing. I'll go check that after I do this. Probably not gonna wear it. I would like from what I saw, it's not like a mage, warrior, and rogue armor. It's only just generic warrior champion.
The Fade explorer.
Dear, it's poor Reldevar.
Oh no, it resembles him so much.
It's gone. But the hair is still standing up on my neck.
That was Ernest Reldevar, a scholar who attempted to delve into the deepest regions of the Fade. What's left of the unfortunate man tends to wander.
I'm kind of confused. I'm assuming companions don't have any resources, right? So I guess I get mana? I feel like it kind of trivializes the gameplay when I don't really have to worry about my companions at all. Especially when it's supposed to be like an RPG. Even, I think in, what is it, Guardians of the Galaxy, I think the other Guardians can get CC'd. I think they get stuck and then you have to save them. Otherwise their abilities get locked off, right?
You've news?
I took care of that Fade explorer.
He was like
We
right
are
outside the door. You
greatly
guys could have done.
indebted.
You could have dealt with
Now
that.
rest for a time.
Our collegial allies in the Fade have informed us of several undead banding together.
They have begun to seek blood.
In the crossroads? Oh,
There's a haunting.
yeah. This incessant, like, his stupid head, it has like a metal ball on it. Oh my god, the thing.
As I was saying,
Your power is quite unlike other magic I've seen, Harding. Has coaxing it forth been difficult?
it's actually easy. Maybe too easy? Actually, do you have tips on holding magic back?
I know mental exercises to calm the mind, but if the issue runs deeper than...
Great, I'll take them.
Your new sea.
We finished off a whole group of skeletons.
Interesting that they banded together.
It availed them not.
You've news?
Fair omens.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to the lighthouse, check out the new stuff. New missive. Rook. The fall of Weishaupt was felt in every corner of Thedas. For millennia, the Grey Wardens have guarded against the evils of the Blight, keeping Darkspawn in check in the deep roads as clear as possible. Their absence was felt keenly when the first Warden called them all back to Weishaupt, and now that absence may well be permanent. Already I hear reports of Orzammar under siege, the Darkspawn advancing to its very gates, erasing all the gains that the Wardens and Dwarves had made together. Indeed, the spread of the Blight seems impossible to contain, and slowly we lose ground to the east and south. Wherever Darkspawn once had a presence, it is as though a seed had lain dormant until now. Much of Denerim has been consumed, and what remains is kept free of Darkspawn only through the most vigilant efforts of those who still brave the streets. But not all is darkness and despair. When I returned south after speaking with you, I sent envoys to both the Chastened and the Avar. They and the leaders of Ferelden have agreed to an alliance, at least until this present threat passes. The blight in the south has thus been largely kept at bay. I doubt this state of affairs can continue indefinitely, but for now, we find ourselves in a stalemate, and when you fight gods, sometimes that's the most you can ask for. I wish we could see that.
After Weishaupt, we can't afford to ignore anything to do with the Blight. The Gloomhowler was working with Darkspawn. I should help Davrin when he learns more about it.
A helper awaits dweller on the library balcony.
You call Manfred Fred?
Sure. He walked into my office. I said, Fred, can I call you Fred? He nodded. Seemed happy about it. If he doesn't like it...
Oh, Manfred doesn't mind. He quite likes you. Does the diminutive imply a certain level of comfort with the necromantic arts?
It shows a certain level of comfort with your friend. The rest of it, well, that depends.
On what?
On what the mage using it is up to.
Hello,
Hey,
Taash.
good. I wanted to ask you something. My mother and I have a weekly dinner thing. I was gonna meet her in Ravine.
Weekly?
Wanna come? Fresh food. And
I
wanted
mean, I
to know
guess we
you're
have the
good to work
freaking, like,
Sure.
Illuvians, but weekly? Look, I get that we need time for ourselves, but, like, leaving weekly for a dinner when we have all this shit going on, that's kind of crazy. Kirkwall's fine. I kind of don't like how they gave... I mean, it's free. It's a free thing. I pay for this, so I feel a little stupid complaining about it. But it kind of just sucks that they only gave one thing. Like one's like they have like the mage, rogue, and warrior champion armor, and that one just looks like the actually. Maybe I only got it based on my class, but I was looking at images of it and only saw one. What do you want, Balara?
Oh, Rook. Sorry, I mean... Hello.
Everything okay?
I don't know. I don't think so. Yanarl is missing. And others, Strife told me.
What kind of missing?
They went back to where I met you. Where we found the archive. You know, just in case. It's been a week. No one's heard from them. And it's my fault.
It's not your fault, Balara.
Please, I need to blame someone, even if it's me.
I'm gonna be honest. Not this specifically, just overall with all the side content. I'm kind of getting sick. People are constantly either getting lost, killed, they like go missing doing something, and it's my job to find them. And it's just a lot of fucking reading. It feels like my character is constantly having to babysit a bunch of like incompetent people. With the Grey Wardens, we had to go find a bunch of Grey Wardens. And that to me feels like, I guess those Grey Wardens were just sitting on their ass waiting for me to show up, because they didn't even have any leads. I had to find the leads, even though the leads are right next to them.
Balara, they know what they're doing. It's not on you.
Isn't it? If I missed something, if that artifact turned back on, let's start looking where we met earlier, where the Veil Jumpers would have gone in. Might be another anomaly, or more demons. Well, let's just be ready.
Ready for what?
For anything.
A freaking cup appeared out of nowhere.
This is ominous.
Biago found something.
Something bad, I take it.
Venatori and Treviso. Like I thought. One of them might know where Zara is. Biago has crows watching them. We find them. We find Zara.
Venatori in the city? But Ilario thought they were gone. Are we sure this is good intel?
Biago's certain. We only get one shot at this. We go when you're ready.
Been a while. Ilario is that one guy that I was suspicious of, right? I feel like that was like 20 hours ago. I guess I'll talk about it on the way. So, if anyone's actually watching these, and somehow you're up to this part, and you do care about spoilers when you're this deep, I stumbled onto a spoiler with Varric, which really disappointed me. And even if I wasn't spoiled, I feel like I would have been disappointed anyways. And I'm not entirely sure if this is true. I kind of just read a snippet of it in some random Twitter comment that the first tweet had nothing to do with it.
Shit.
And then the next thing
You shouldn't have
just
to deal with all this,
spoiled
Brooke.
it. So, I saw a spoiler saying that Varric isn't real, that the blood magic Solus is inflicting on me is making me see him, and that might be true, but the only reason why I'm hoping that it's not true is because no one else has ever hinted at Varric being dead, at least not explicit enough that I remember it clearly. But also no one else except for me has been interacting with him. So he could be dead because no one's interacting with him except for me. But he could also be alive because no one has said anything. Hopefully it's not true. I feel like that it's an unnecessary twist for the sake of a twist. I would much rather him just be dead from the very beginning. And then, I don't know, maybe shows up in my fucking dreams because of blood magic if you still want to keep that. I don't think that makes sense though with how like the Fade is the dreams and dwarves don't dream and whatever the fuck, whatever. Let's go to Tasha's place.
You're late. And you brought a guest.
Yep.
Taash invited me.
Can I just say what the fucking
I
thing
will
says?
set another plate. She did not tell me you were coming.
It said yep, and I wanted to say yep, and I did not say yep.
I don't smell the Iskop. We always have Iskop on Tuesdays.
I am not yet finished with my studies. I thought you would help me tonight.
And by help, you mean do it all. You haven't even chopped the melons.
You swing axes all day. Do you lack the strength to chop a few melons? The runes on the tablet are written in the old Kunari tongue, but they are incomplete.
So they never finished it?
No. It is clearly finished, but parts of letters have been hidden somehow, rendering the tablet unreadable.
That has to be annoying for a scholar.
Yes. I have studied the first expedition for decades, but I have never seen this before.
What do you mean, the first expedition?
Your history teaches that Kunari landed on Thedas 300 years ago, in the Steel Age. This is true, but incomplete. Almost 1,000 years earlier, the first expedition came, only to vanish. They were Kunari who predated the Qun itself. That is what I study.
Here, food's ready.
This is not Iskop.
Wasn't feeling like Iskop. We're in Ravane. Might as well eat like it.
I see.
Is it because I told her to embrace her Ravani side?
Got him for you with some of the gold
That's not
from the
exactly
dragon.
what I meant to
You
say
need not
though, when
trouble
that happened.
yourself. My studies are clearly of little importance.
Okay. Bye. Thanks for coming.
She used she. You haven't told her yet.
I was going to. Then we got here and she was like that.
So I think, if I remember correctly, I told her to embrace her Ravani side, but that's what I meant, embrace the Ravani side, but I didn't mean for her to abandon the Kunari side. And that's what I hate about these wheels. There's not really any nuance to it, and there's no nuance, but it's also very, very vague. I'm not entirely sure if I've been saying she and her constantly. It's kind of passing over. It's kind of going over my head, and I'll try my best. I could just keep, my mind just keeps defaulting to it.
You'll do it when you're ready.
Maybe you could tell her?
Well, if that's what you want.
Nah, she'd kill you. I'll tell her. She deserves to know.
This isn't about her. You do what's right for you.
Thanks.
I can't believe you're asking for a favor as though nothing's happened.
What crapped in your bed?
Sorry. Didn't know you two were in the middle
Rook!
of...
Excellent. Come in. We could use a second sober voice.
I'm not drunk. You're drunk.
It's a figure of speech.
Calm down, Emmerich, please.
Deep breaths, Emmerich.
Quite right. I should be above this.
Above what? I need one of these little needle things to dig some crap out of my armor.
Just
Death
what the
Mage
fuck?
won't give me one.
Yeah, no shit.
First, a bone threader is an extremely delicate instrument. Second, it's Emmerich. Taash, my name is Emmerich, not Death Mage, not Corpse Guy, not... I won't repeat the rest.
What? You are a Death Mage.
Why are all my attempts to converse with you met with scorn? What have I done to you, Taash?
You talk about corpses too much.
It's a rich topic.
No, corpses are messed up. They used to have people in them. You make a move like they're alive, but they smell wrong and they move wrong, and none of it is okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Especially the ones with skin still on them.
I mean, I want to say let's work it out. But I know it's gonna have some weird, just comedic undertone to it, and that's not what I want.
Look, you two may never
That is
be best
not
friends,
what I
Nope.
said.
but maybe we can aim for getting along.
I'd no idea necromancy upset you so deeply, Taash. Quite honestly, I didn't think you feared anything.
I don't. But I could have said it was bugging me. I didn't think you cared what I thought.
Of course I do. We're colleagues on this journey.
I can't, dude. Can
Okay.
we? I want them to at
Sorry
least
I
have
called you a
some
skull fu-
conflict.
Like her. Skull like her.
I mean, okay, I was annoyed with it earlier with Lucanus and Davrin, but at least it was somewhat interesting. I don't like how some of these companions just have little spats and then it's solved immediately.
You two could still learn things together you'd never find out alone. Emmerich, you clearly find talking about dragons boring.
What? How? Who doesn't like dragons?
Aren't you curious why Taash likes them as much as you like necromancy?
The question crossed my mind.
And maybe Emmerich could help demystify magic, Taash.
Maybe he could share a little, so I know how to deal with walking corpses next time I'm in an old ruin.
I'd be happy to.
Thought you might be.
The fuck do you want from me?
Lucanus, where is he?
Okay. Well, talk about it. Archdemons, fuck you. How was I supposed to know? Why are you down there? At least in Origins, I didn't have to worry about fucking hauling my ass so far across the camp. Gaddis, why?
Back, demon! No further! Isn't standing up to them supposed to work?
Let Lucanus go! Don't make us hurt both of you!
What's going on? Lucanus?
It's not Lucanus, it's the demon! It's taking him over, he's trying to leave!
Smells like jam and brimstone.
Rook, do something!
What the fucking... Oh my god, the cash doesn't belong to you. No, Spite. No. What the fuck is Spite enough?
Spite, this man is not your puppet, and stunts like this won't change that.
How did... Rook?
That's it. That's all it took.
You tried to walk through the Alluvion in your sleep.
Spite wanted out.
I need coffee.
This coffee so you don't go to sleep?
Are you sure you're alright?
This could be better. It's hard for Spite to take control when I'm awake, so I try to stay awake.
You can't just stay awake forever. I think that would kill you.
I'll be more careful next time.
Tie yourself down? I'm not entirely sure how helpful talking to Spite will be, but like, how useful are Emmerich, Balara, and Nev in, I don't know, exorcism or whatever?
We have to make Spite understand that he's endangering you.
He's Spite, not learning. He doesn't listen to anyone. Don't worry about it. This won't happen again.
I mean, like, I don't know what I expected.
Thanks.
Questions on demonic possession. Why do demons seek to possess the living? History claims that they are malevolent spirits, the first children of the Maker, angry at their creator for turning from them and jealous of those creations he considered superior. They stare across the veil at the living and do not understand what they see, yet they know they crave it. They desire life. They pull the living across the veil when they sleep and prey on their psyche with nightmares. Whenever they can, they cross the veil into our world to possess it outright. We know that any demon will seek to possess a mage, and upon doing so will create an abomination. Most of the world does not know, however, that the strength of an abomination depends entirely on the power of the demon that possesses the mage. This is true, in fact, of all possessed creatures. One demon is not the same as any other. Demons, for instance, can be classified. Enchanter Brahm's categorization of demons into that portion of the psyche they primarily prey upon has held since the Tower Age. Emmerich declares this categorization limited by Navaran standards, and Nev claims it makes the matter overcomplicated based on what she's seen. Either way, it speaks only of mages again. Every text says I should be dead or impossible. Must be something else. Off to help Balara.